Welcome back. Let's try graphing the natural log function. First of all, we know what to expect, right? It should look like any other log graph where the y-axis is a vertical asymptote. It goes through 1 on the x-axis, and it's shaped basically like that, climbing steeply at first and not as steeply later on. That's good news, right? We basically know the answer. So if our graph doesn't come out like this, we can go back and check our calculations. But there's more good news too. Now that we know how to evaluate natural logs on a calculator, we don't need to go through the rigmarole of those 3 tricks that I showed you before. All that stuff we don't have to do. We're just going to flat out put in x values. So how about we do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4, 0, -1, -2. And again, we're graphing f of x equals ln of x. That's what we're trying to do here. So let's use a calculator to get the natural log of 5. And I get about 1.6. Okay, so what I did on my calculator was natural log of 5. Although I just noticed that my calculator actually does this thing of calling it log base e, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's do 4. So ln of 4, I'm getting about 1.4. Okay, natural log of 3 is about 1.1. Natural log of 2 is about 0.7. The natural log of 1 we already know, right? That was one of the ones that we derived up here, yes. We figured out that the natural log of 1 is 0. So I'm not going to even bother with my calculator on that one. Then, natural log of 1/2. 0.5, natural log. And we get approximately negative 0.7. And then what about 1/4? 0.25, natural log. I get about negative 1.4. And then the last 3 are kind of trick questions. I wonder if you noticed that as I was writing them down. Log of 0 and log of negatives, remember these don't exist. Our graph is not going to go to the left of the y-axis or even touch the y-axis. Okay, let's plot those points. I need to label some coordinates here. Let's just make them 1s again. Units of 1, I mean. Okay, so we have 5, 1.6. That's about there. We have 4, 1.4. We have 3, 1.1. Let's see, I think this 1.4 was a little low. So 4, 1.4, more like there. And then we have 2, 0.7. We have 1, 0. We have 1/2, negative 0.7, right about there. No, more like there. And then we have 1/4, negative 1.4. So roughly there. You know what? Let's do one more. to help us be accurate out on the right hand, let's do also 8. So natural log of 8 is about 2.1. Okay, then we connect the dots. In a smooth curve. Try your best to indicate that the y-axis is a horizontal asymptote without actually touching it. And we'll continue to increase as we go off the edge. Okay, so that's our ln of x graph. Notice it does match what we were expecting, so that's good news.